Hello, and good evening. My name is Yolanda Montalvo. I'm the chair of the RTA Human Relations Committee, and I would like to welcome our honorees, their parents and families, teachers, and community to this, our 35th tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where we recognize and honor students who have demonstrated through their daily actions an understanding and practice of Dr. King's ideals. As you can see, we have many, many honorees. We've got a full house, so let's get started. So please welcome Dr. Adam Urbanski, President of the Rochester Teachers Association.
Thank you, Ms. Montalvo. Good evening. Good evening, class. Good evening. This is the best day of the year for us because in front of us we have the key reason why we love to teach, because we get to know and to support young people with so much promise and such great character that the teachers in their respective schools agreed that this young man or this young woman has the greatest attributes that remind all of us of the character of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. When you show that kind of promise at such an early age, we not only applaud this, but we see it as a sign of promise of a lot more. So you'll be seeing and hearing from these young people throughout the years in the near future as they prepare to provide leadership for our city, our country, and for the world. So I just want to congratulate you for being honored in this way. I want to encourage you to continue to be you, because it's working and people are noticing. And I want to commend your teachers, your administrators, and especially your parents and your families, because they had a lot to do with the fact that you are who you are, and you are absolutely wonderful. We're so proud of you. Congratulations. And now let's get to the business of honoring you. Thank you.
Please welcome the School of the Arts Concert Choir, who are going to celebrate our honorees with several selections.
Please stand for Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Rejoice. Please be seated. We would like to congratulate all of you recipients for your excellent work. Being awarded something like this really is quite special. So we picked 2 songs that we think are inspirational and beautiful.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we gon' walk it out and move.
And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to believe, I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll bring the world to its feet. Ooh, mountain, bring it to its feet. Ooh, mountain. And I'll rise up, I'll rise on the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise up.
And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And we rise up, high like the waves. And rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise 1,000 times again.
we breathe. Feelings more when tears are in your eyes. I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, times get rough, and friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down, troubled waters. Give it up, why don't you let it be? Still water runs deep, yes it do. Oh yeah. Sail on, silver girl, sail on mine. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how we shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down, don't trouble the waters. Give it up, why don't you let it be? Still water runs deep, yes it do. Oh yeah.
Go, son.
Let's give them another round of Now we will hear a short message from Dr. King himself.
I want to ask you a question, and that is, what is in your life's blueprint? This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. You must have as a basic principle the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. Doors are opening to each of you. Doors of opportunity are opening to each of you that were not open to your mothers and to your fathers. And the great challenge facing you is to be ready to enter these doors as they open. And so I would urge you to study hard, to burn the midnight oil. I would say to you, don't drop out of school, and I understand all of the sociological reasons why we often drop out of school. But I urge you, in spite of your economic plight, in spite of the situation that you are forced to live so often with intolerable conditions, stay in school. And when you discover what you are going to be in life, set out to do it as if God Almighty called you at this particular moment in history to do. Set out to do a good job, and do that job so well that the living, the dead, or the unborn couldn't do it any better. If you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a shrub in the valley. But be the best little shrub on the side of the rail. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Finally, in your last blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Don't allow anybody to pull you so low as to make you hate them. Don't allow anybody to cause you to lose your self-respect to the point that you do not struggle for justice. However young you are, you have a responsibility to seek to make your nation a better nation in which to live. You have a responsibility to seek to make life better for everybody. And so you must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice. Now, in this struggle for freedom and justice, there are many constructive things that we all can do and that we all must do. And with a powerful commitment, I believe that we can transform dark yesterdays of injustice into bright tomorrows of justice and humanity. Let us keep going toward the goal of selfhood, toward the realization of the dream of brotherhood, and toward the realization of the dream of understanding goodwill. But we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
So a brief housekeeping. I will call each honoree up. When I call the honoree, if the teacher who is speaking on behalf of that honoree would come to the stage with their student. And there is, we have a small emergency, so we're going to go out of the order of the program, and we're going to start with the different students. So let's get started. So the recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Vanguard High School is Taisha Edwards. Will Taisha's family please stand and be recognized along with her?
It is with great pleasure and honor that we at Vanguard recognize Taisha Edwards. She has worked very diligently for justice, and she just did a whole public policy on Black Lives Matter, and she educated several students in the classroom that or people who don't have a voice in the community. And she's very passionate in Model UN, speaking up in those areas for people who can't speak for themselves. So thank you, and it's with great honor Vanguard nominates her.
So we'll come up on this side of the staircase, and we'll go this way. So we're back to the program now. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 2 is Damita Allison.
I'll be very quick. I'm obviously not Damita Allison. She didn't make it. I'm sure she's getting her hair done. It's not done yet. I wish she was here. It was very beautiful. I've been brought to tears twice by the singing and the speech. Damita got nominated because she's the best. She's my peacekeeper. I teach 6th grade, and 6th grade girls can be crazy. 6th grade boys are annoying, and they make girls crazy. But I simply called Damita up. She says, "What's up?" I bring my culprits up, so to speak, and I said, "Damita, can you take them out in the hall, fix them so we can all get back to work?" And she does. She takes them out there, she fixes them. She comes in, gives me a rundown of what still needs to happen, and it's business on. So I love her for that, and I wish she was here. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 4 is Maya Fleming. Will Maya's family please stand and be recognized? Maya's teacher had an emergency this afternoon, so she asked me to speak on behalf of Maya for her. So I received this message. Maya Fleming is one of the kindest, most compassionate students at school number 4. She is a leader by example, respectful and inclusive of peers. Maya works hard, and her work pays off in academic achievement and musical accomplishment. She is an eager participant in any musical offering at our school and a leader in every group she belongs to. Maya is dependable, honest, trustworthy, and considerate. We are truly blessed to have Maya as a member of the school number 4 family and congratulate her on receiving this award. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 7 is Honor Patterson. Will Honor's family please stand and be recognized?
This is one child that lives up to his name. His name is Honor. He is filled with honor. This is the child every teacher wants in the classroom. He sets away, he makes up his mind, he does everything that he sets out to do. He is one that is setting and placing footsteps, and people are following them because he's such an awesome example of what it is to do the right thing, to be right. Even when nobody's looking, he is still doing the right thing. It is an honor to have Honor in the school and in the classroom. Congratulations, Honor.
So just one more time, we're going to come up on the left side and exit on the right. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 8 is Normaris Beltran. Will Normaris' family please stand and be recognized?
Persistent, helpful, friendly, thoughtful, intelligent, encouraging, generous, and brave. These are the traits of Dr. Martin Luther King. These are also traits of our Normaris. We have worked with Normaris since 4th grade. Over the course of this year and a half, we have seen Normaris become a leader with other students, just as Dr. King led the people of America. Normaris is our student who we depend on to have the utmost honor and integrity. Dr. King inspired people to make change in a peaceful way. Normaris is equally inspirational. She is a school safety patrol officer who advocates for students and helps them to solve problems. Normaris balances her academics with being highly involved in orchestra. It has been an honor and a privilege to have her on our School 18. We are confident that Normaris is an individual who will foster positive change in this world. In the words of William Shakespeare, though she be but little, she be fierce.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 9 is Yaniel Perez. Will Yaniel's family please stand and be recognized?
No, why don't you?
Yaniel was chosen for this award because he truly embodies Dr. King's ideals. He always does what is asked of him academically. He is looked at as a leader, not only by the adults in the school, but his classmates as well. He is a student with great integrity, always doing what is right when no one is looking, whether telling his classmates to stay on task or helping younger classmates when they drop their papers in the hallway. He was voted Boys Academy Vice President by his peers at school number 9, which is a true testament to his character as a person. He is a deserving recipient of this award. I am lucky to have you in my classroom, and we're lucky to have you in our building. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 10 is Prateek Maga. Will Prateek's family please stand and be recognized?
Prateek was chosen because he is a true leader at Dr. Walter Cooper Academy. Prateek has many responsibilities in our building, and the student population and the staff look up to Prateek because of his many character traits. Prateek delivers the morning announcements over our school's loudspeaker each morning. On any given morning, you can hear Prateek giving motivational speeches to everyone at Cooper. On Friday mornings at our school-wide morning meeting, Prateek's energy is contagious, leaving everyone ready to tackle our day. Prateek, keep motivating people and continue to be a leader in our community. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 12 is Cameron McFadden Olivier. Will Cameron's family please stand and be recognized?
We are the lucky teachers that get to have Cameron McFadden in our class this year. When we think about Dr. Martin Luther King, words that come to our mind are caring, kind, conscientious, brave, leader, and change. When we think about our student Cameron, these same words come to our mind. Cameron is caring and kind in her daily interactions with her peers. She includes all of her classmates in academic and social activities. When she sees a child who is upset, she immediately comforts them. When on the playground, Cameron is the first to help the younger students. She is conscientious. She puts forth her best effort on all of her academic studies and assignments. She pushes herself to do better each day. Cameron is in our ACE program, where she is receiving project-based instruction. She enjoys coming back to the classroom and sharing what she has learned. Cameron is brave. She will speak up when she feels a peer has done something wrong to her or someone else. She has stepped in and helped a younger student who was being bullied during lunch. She handled the situation peacefully and quietly. She did not look for any acknowledgement afterwards. Cameron just wanted to help another student and make sure he felt safe. Cameron is a person who is a leader and makes changes. Cameron consistently leads by example. She solves problems quietly and peacefully. As a role model in our classroom, she improves our learning environment. She works hard to make changes that make her a better person. She helps her friends make choices that better themselves. We believe Cameron will help others make positive changes in our community in the future. We are so proud that Cameron is the school number 12 recipient of the Martin Luther King Jr. Award.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 15 is Paul T. Moo. Will Paul's family please stand?
Good evening. Since starting the 5th grade, Patimu has demonstrated many characteristics similar to Martin Luther King Jr. In particular, she demonstrates the qualities similar to Martin in that of vibrancy, leadership, and dedication.
Patimu is a joy to have in the classroom. She has a vibrant energy that she shares with her peers and teachers. She's willing to try anything new, and she continues to attempt without complaint. She's the first to volunteer her thoughts in a discussion and will patiently help others understand if they are confused. She's excited about her learning and is willing to share this enthusiasm with her classmates.
Patimu has demonstrated leadership by showing other students positive behaviors by being on task, actively participating in class discussions, and making positive behavior choices. When working independently or in a group, she works diligently to finish the given task and responds positively to feedback. She is viewed by her peers as a leader within her groups, and she takes charge with a task and will delegate using each member.
Hatimu's level of dedication to learning is refreshing. She is prepared every day with completed homework and a willing spirit. She would take time away from her lunch to get a head start on classwork or homework. What sets her apart from her classmates is her silent strength. She, like Martin, shows humility in the face of adversity. She's never intimidated by a task. Nothing is ever too hard.
Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." This quote speaks to who Hatimu is and how she conducts herself every day, and that is why we are proud to nominate her as our Martin Luther King Jr. nominee.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 16 is Soraya Brooks. Will Soraya's family please stand and be recognized?
Good evening. I am so honored to be giving this award to a former student. Soraya's teacher couldn't be here, but this is what Soraya's teacher wrote about her. Soraya Brooks is a very special young lady. She is very responsible and a leader in our classroom. She is always ready to help others. We have a new friend in our classroom who speaks only Spanish, and Soraya immediately took her under her wing to help her learn our routines and rituals. She speaks with her daily to help her begin to learn English. Every day, Soraya is a role model in our classroom. She demonstrates role model behavior and helps others to follow our school expectations. Soraya is lucky to have an amazing, supportive family who is active in our school community. There are many wonderful things waiting for Soraya in the future. Keep working hard, Soraya, and reach for the stars.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 17 is Ariana Dorado. Will Ariana's family please stand?
We wish Ariana were here tonight, but we would like to honor her just the same. Ariana Dorado exemplifies the character, leadership, and academic integrity that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was known for. At the end of the first quarter at School 17, Ms. Dorado earned the highest GPA across the entire 7th grade, an achievement that speaks directly to her effort and commitment to her academic success. She's in the honors section of my English course and is a leader for her peers. She excels across all of her courses consistently.
As a leader in School 17 Student Council, Ariana has consistently demonstrated her integrity in the face of challenging conversations, especially in our conversations around implicit and explicit bias in our various communities. She takes the time to listen to others' points prior to sharing her own, often with clarity and deep compassion. This skill demonstrates a level of maturity far beyond her years. While all of these accomplishments are worthy of sharing, you will not hear them from Ariana herself. The humility this young lady presents is inspiring to us as educators, knowing that the legacy of leaders like Dr. King will live on in students like Ariana Dorado. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 19 is Alexis Hatchett. Will Alexis' family please stand and be recognized?
Alexis is a good human, and she has like the kindest heart. She's just so good. She's caring and thoughtful and responsible, and she loves the good math challenge. She has a passion for helping others, and she's often a student teacher in her fifth grade classroom. It's an honor to be her teachers, and we love seeing her smile every day, and we are so thankful that she can put a smile on our face every day. We're so proud of you. Always stay you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 20 is Xavier Mewborn. Will Xavier's family please stand?
Xavier Mewborn. I bet you're very surprised to be here tonight seeing me first off in a tie. And second of all, about to say some very nice things to all these people that have come out here to honor all the students here that are excellent leaders like you. Character. That's the first thing I want to talk about with Xavier. Xavier is mature, independent, responsible, respectful, kind, and honest. He has a unique skill for making whoever is around him feel better about themselves. He's helpful. If someone's having a hard time in class, he's the first person to offer to speak to that person and to just make them feel a little bit better about their day. It's an honor to be here tonight to present this award to you. We're just so proud of you at school number 20 and at Rochester City School District. You have a wonderful future in front of you. Keep doing the right thing. And I'm just so proud of you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 23 is Rafia Musa. Will Rafia's family please stand and be recognized?
Rafia is a student who aspires to excellence in all that she does. She treats others with respect and seeks justice and equality in our school community. Her kindness, compassion, honesty, and integrity make her very deserving of this award. Congratulations.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 25 is Yvette Owens. Will Yvette's family please stand and be recognized?
I'm going to break tradition a little bit, and I would like some audience to participate. So when I raise my hand, could you please say the word imagine? Imagine. Imagine. Imagine a student who is not a behavior concern. Imagine. Imagine a student who has perfect attendance and has a smile on her face every day. Imagine someone who sets out the breakfast for her classmates every single morning. Imagine. Someone who takes down the chairs for everyone in the class and does hers last. Imagine. Someone who is not afraid to ask questions even in the middle of a lesson when other people don't understand as well. She's the first one to raise her hand. Imagine someone who requests to come back from lunch on her time just to finish an assignment. Someone who does not complain about the workload or homework or where she is seating. Someone who has not missed a homework assignment all year. Someone who asks, imagine someone who can help others even if it takes time out of her day. Someone who is an alternate on the safety patrol. 3 more, I promise. Someone who comes from a great family. Someone who's not afraid to walk last in line. Someone who will definitely become successful in the future. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore because this is Yvette Owens from School 25.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 28 is Alia McNeil. Will Alia's family please stand and be recognized? I don't see Alia's teacher, but I will read what they wrote about Alia. Alia is respectful. She is organized. She helps others. She is always polite. She completes all her work. And Alia is responsible. Please congratulate Alia. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 33 is Anthony Hernandez. Will Anthony's family please stand and be recognized?
Apparently my 3-year-old would like to give his first public speech as well, along with me, so here he is. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Dr. King, 1947. To teach the child first, that is always my goal as an educator. Little did I know that 3 years ago when Anthony entered my classroom as a 4th grade student, he was going to be the one teaching me about resilience and compassion. I have had the pleasure to be Anthony Hernandez's teacher for 3 years. Anthony started his career at school number 33 as a 4th grade transfer student to an 812 classroom for Red Jacket Day Treatment Facility. Shortly after Anthony started his 4th grade school year, he lost his mother to a terminal illness. Anthony's Aunt Colleen graciously took in Anthony and his twin brother, along with Anthony's other 4 siblings, which added 6 children to Aunt Colleen's 6 children of her own. Despite the circumstances, Anthony continued working hard for the remainder of the school year and even harder his 5th grade year. This year, as a 6th grader, Anthony is a member of our school's green team, a school safety, and a lacrosse player. He also volunteers at the Sully Library after school. Anthony's hard work has led him to starting 7th grade in a 12-1-1 classroom. Resilience. Anthony is a leader in the classroom and the school. He truly cares about his classmates, teachers, and staff in the building. Anthony is constantly seeking opportunities to give to others. He makes sure that all his brothers, sisters, cousins, and aunt have what they need. He is the type of kid who would give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. I could tell countless stories of Anthony giving and thinking of others, like the time he knew his favorite lunch lady was looking for a house, so he wrote down the phone number of a house for rent while walking home from school to give to her the next day. Or the time he found out my son loved Paw Patrol and showed up to school the next day with a Paw Patrol backpack for him, but I was told to keep this brief. Anthony cares for others. Anthony cares for others in a way that cannot be taught. It comes from his heart, compassion. Not only is Anthony intelligent, but he also has character. He is resilient and compassionate, making him an excellent recipient for the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award. We are all proud to call Anthony, or to be Anthony's teachers, and thankful for all that he has taught us. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 34 is Ariana Diaz. For Ariana's family, please stand and be recognized.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kristen Baskowitz. I'm the music teacher at 34 School. You guys, I wrote a really good speech. I put on my desk. But I can speak off the cuff with this one. So when I sent out a message to our staff that said to nominate a student who best exemplified the qualities of Dr. King, every single response that I got back said one name, and that name was Ariana Diaz. Now, I'm extra lucky because being a music teacher, I've gotten to be Ariana's teacher for 7 years now. And in that time, she's gone from a really adorable little peanut to a kind, responsible, funny, confident young lady. She's bold and brave and talented. Ariana's taken the word perseverance to a whole new level. Because she made up her own presentation called Just Do It that she showed to the younger kids. So that, don't hide that beautiful face. This kid means it, I'm telling you. She inspires and encourages students to do their best and to not give up. At 34 School, Ariana is a standard bearer and a member of the band, the choir, the ukulele ensemble, and the bucket drum ensemble, and she's a star student. Next week, she'll be auditioning for the drama program right here at SOTA, and I know that wherever her path leads her, everyone around her is going to need, everyone's going to need shades around her, because this girl is a brilliant, bright, shining star. Ariana, on behalf of all the teachers at School 34, I want to say how proud we are to nominate you and give you this award for Martin Luther King Award.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 35 is Zanan Colson.
Good evening. My name is Stephanie Rivas, and I would like to say a few words regarding Zanan Colson, who is a student of mine at school number 35. I'm Zanan's music teacher also. I teach his general music class, and Zanan has participated in several music ensembles with me over the years. He is currently in my Orff ensemble. Previously, Zanan sang in choir for several years, and I've just recently discovered that he's a great actor. I will never forget his role as Hurricane when my choir and my Orff ensemble performed the Puerto Rican Legend of the Coquille last year. He did such a marvelous job acting out his part as Hurricane. It was definitely a performance I'll never forget. Zanan is so very deserving of the Martin Luther King Award for many reasons. Not only is Zanan a true leader among his peers at our school, at Pinnacle School number 35, but he exemplifies the character and principles of Dr. King. Zanan is peaceful, kind, fair, and treats others respectfully and fairly. Zanan is patient and flexible when situations are challenging. Zanan is so intelligent and talented. He is a student that can put a smile on my face even when I don't feel like smiling. Zanan is a student that I will always love and cherish, and I will never forget. I know I can speak on behalf of his classroom teacher, Dr. Rutland, and the rest of our staff at number 35 school, that we will miss Zanan greatly after this year. So thank you, Zanan Colson, for modeling the ways of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We wish you nothing but the best.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 39 is Christopher Andrades. It doesn't appear that Christopher made it this evening, but we will make sure and get his award to him. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 41 is Michael Sosa Velez. For Michael's family, please stand and be recognized.
It is my honor to present Michael with this award. When we think of Dr. King, one of the biggest things that we think of is humble, and this young man right here is one of the most humble young men in my class. He is extremely silent, but he has found a voice throughout the year. He makes me very, very proud. I did want you to know in front of everyone here that 3 teachers nominated you for this award, and you are so deserving of it. He is compassionate, he loves his family, he loves my family, and he always keeps me on my toes. He reminds me, oh, you put this here, you put that there, don't forget this. So please, 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 let's just congratulate him for doing such an awesome job. Thank you.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 42 is Anabeli Quintana. Will Anabeli's family please stand and be recognized?
It is a great honor and great privilege to introduce you to Anabeli. She has been nominated by not just me, but by the whole 6th grade team at our school, our music teacher who wanted to be here today, who also wanted me to kind of break tradition and let you see why Anabeli is so special to us. Just recently, we wrote an essay about who our hero was. Anabeli did not know at that time that she was being nominated for Dr. Martin Luther King Award, and that was who she wrote about. That was her hero. She is a full scholarship student at the Hochstein Music School for vocal. She's going to share with you just a few verses of a song honoring Dr. Martin Luther King.
Siamba kukanyeni kwenkos. Sia hamba kukanyeni kwenkos. Sia hamba, hamba sia hamba. Hamba sia hamba kukanyeni kwenkos. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 43 is Nyla Henry. Will Nyla's family please stand and be recognized?
Good evening. I'm speaking on Nyla's former teacher, but before I read what her teacher prepared, I just wanted to say, Nyla, I think you're truly deserving of this award. One of the things that stood out, I was talking to her fourth grade teacher, I was her fifth grade teacher just today, and we just remember her hardworking characteristics and how she didn't give up. And she was courageous. She was willing to do what was right despite what was around her. And from her teacher, Mr. Martinez, he writes that number 43 school winner of the Dr. King Award is Miss Nyla Henry. Nyla has all of the qualities of a classroom teacher could hope for. Namely, she is kind, warm, friendly, honest, and respectful at all times. Nyla is a highly self-motivated student who enjoys the pursuit of perfection within the setting of her class. She has not missed any days this school year and is a positive role model for her classmates as well as School 43 in general. Nyla's caring smile and hunger for knowledge are on display each and every day.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 44 is Alia Michaels. Will Alia's family please stand and be recognized?
Good evening. This is my girl. My name is Adria Anderson, and I am Alia's sixth grade teacher. Alia was chosen to receive this award not because she's a leader, but because she is a great leader. She gives 100% every day. She comes to class prepared and ready to learn. She is a role model in the school. Everyone is so proud of her. Everyone wants her in their class. She is always willing to help her peers. She looks for the good in every situation and every person. She has such a big heart and she is so caring. Every morning she greets me with a smile and oh my God, it just lights me up every morning. She always asks, well, how are you doing today? So it just really brightens my day to just see her every morning. She is such a great girl and I am so very proud of her.
I I tried to greet each student before they come in, so I apologize. I was unable to greet our next recipient, and so I apologize ahead of time if I mispronounce your name, Mr. Rollins. But the recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 45 is Asmir Rollins. Asmir Rollins. Thank you. Well, Asmir's family, please stand and be recognized.
Martin Luther King Jr. has been called a man of character. We have nominated a student who shows us every day how a person of character behaves. This student is a natural leader in our classroom. In fact, some call him Mr. President or President Rollins. He is kind and respectful to his peers and adults alike. This student, Asmir, teaches peace and cooperation in his words and in his actions. And yet, despite all of these traits, he is also humble. Surely, these are all traits and qualities Martin Luther King Jr. had in abundance. We could offer many instances that would show you how true our words are about Asmir. Yet there are two examples that are simple yet profound. The first one we noticed in November, around Halloween. While students and teachers were talking about being ninjas, witches, and Paw Patrol characters, Asmir wanted to dress up as Martin Luther King Jr. And sure enough, on Halloween at our school, he wore a suit and a tie and was proud to share with everyone that he was Martin Luther King Jr. The second example occurred around the same time when we heard Asmir quoting Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I asked, "Do you know that speech?" His reply was yes, and he went on to quote almost the entire speech, as well as the birth date of Martin Luther King Jr., and he went on to talk about the life and times of Martin Luther King Jr. Who is the student who so exemplifies Martin Luther King Jr. at School 45? Who has his heart full of grace and soul filled with love? It is our very own Asmir Rollins. Congratulations, Asmir. You make it
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 46 is Jermaine Williams. Will Jermaine's family please stand? So Jermaine, I don't see your teacher, but I am going to read what they wrote about you. It says that Jermaine exemplifies the qualities that Dr. King lived by. Jermaine is a positive role model. He is willing to take a stand against bullying and is a hard worker and inspires others to work hard in all that they do. Jermaine has a positive outlook on life, and it can be contagious to those around him. Jermaine personifies the qualities exemplified by Dr. Martin Luther King. Congratulations. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 50 is Masangesho Irasubisa.
As the Helen Barrett Montgomery School Number 50 librarian, I am proud to be representing our school and presenting Masangesho the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award. Masangesho is a living example of the attributes that Martin Luther King Jr. valued most. She is hardworking, kind, compassionate, peaceful, and she's a wonderful leader in our school. She represents us in student council, she's a storyteller, she's a member of our Makerspace Club, and just about every other aspect of our school, you can find her quiet leadership showing us the way. When I teach about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I always ask my students, would Dr. Martin Luther King be happy with our school? The students always respond affirmatively as we work hard to accept differences and try to resolve issues peacefully. I think he would also be proud of our recipient tonight, Masangesho.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 53 is Quentin Nowden. Will Quentin's family please stand and be recognized?
Good evening. Let me start off by saying Quentin is a true pleasure to have in class, and I have been fortunate enough to work with him for 3 years. His classroom teacher and I don't hold it against him that he is a New York Giants fan. Quentin was nominated because he embodies many of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s aspirations for the future of America in education and everyday life. Quentin has the wonderful intellectual characteristic of wanting to fully understand how and why things are the way they are. And he is not satisfied with mediocre goals. In Dr. King's speech, I Have a Dream speech, Dr. King said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Quentin is fortunate enough to be in a classroom and school with a wide diversity. He has shared classrooms with students from all around the world. At no time did Quentin treat them as if they were other or not welcomed here. Instead, he encourages conversations about their culture so we can learn about them and where they are from. Seeing him recognize and encourage their diversity has been a joy to see. If Quentin were to meet Dr. King's children, I believe they would say, Quentin is the type of person Dr. King envisioned for our society. It is because of Quentin Nowden's devotion to education and his acceptance of all students that he is receiving the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Tribute Award and was selected from Montessori Academy.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 57 is Damani Scott Foster. Will Damani's family please stand and be recognized?
When we got together as a team and talked about who should have this honor of having this award, Damani was our #1 choice. He's kind, friendly, loving, hardworking. Most importantly, he's true to himself, positive at all times, a role model, and is an excellent leader always. It is an honor to have Damani in my class, and I cannot wait to hear about his impact on the world in the future.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from school number 58 Elementary is Hope Reddington. Will Hope's family please stand and be recognized?
My name's Jess Flanders, and I've had the privilege of teaching Hope for 2 years now. Hope is kind, compassionate, and she pushes everyone around her to be better. She pushes herself, her peers, and even me, to be better learners and to be better people. Last year, without the kids knowing, we put them through an oppression simulation. Without telling the kids, Hope, downstairs in the cafeteria, little to my knowledge, organized a revolt against me for when they came back from lunch. I never thought I would be proud of kids revolting against me in the cafeteria. But that is who Hope is. She isn't afraid to advocate for herself and for others. She exemplifies so many of Martin Luther King's values. Hope, I'm proud of you, your classmates are proud of you, and your school is proud of you. Congratulations.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from East Lower School is Khalil Bostick. Will Khalil's family please stand and be recognized?
I just shared with Khalil how nervous I was. Okay. Khalil Bostick is a young man who embodies compassion, tenacity, and strength. He is a young man who shows pride in the East community through his ability to create strong relationships with his peers and adults. Khalil then enriches these relationships every day through his positive approach to the challenges of his education. This past November, Khalil wrote and presented a poem for my literacy workshop class describing his background and identity. He wrote that his name means friend in Arabic, a title that truly fits his persona because throughout the project, Khalil helped his peers edit their poetry and deliver and practice readings to prepare for our presentation at Boulder Coffee Company in the city. Of course, Khalil shined, but his efforts and preparation assured the success of his classmates and this event. Dr. King famously said that darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Khalil brings this light to every situation. Dr. King also believed that commitment towards peace and equality could transform a society. As the oldest of 6, Khalil is not only a model student and young man, but a model brother to his siblings. In this country, among all of the challenges and hardships, the world needs people with Khalil's spirit. He truly brings positivity and strength to our world. Congrats, Khalil.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from the Rochester International Academy in Elementary is Blund Abdullah. The Blund family, please stand and be recognized.
Hello, my name is Becca Mullen, and I am Belund's ESL teacher at RIA, and I'm honored to speak on his behalf tonight. Belund joined my class in September as a newly arrived student to the United States coming from Kurdistan. Belund was a natural leader in my class from his very first day. He is always looking out for his friends, his classmates, and even students who he does not know at our school. He once came to me very concerned about another student in our class. When we resolved the issue, I thanked him for being such a great friend, and he replied to me that he was not his friend, he was his brother. When I approached Belund's sister to tell her that he won this award, she had tears in her eyes. She told me that in his last school, Belund really struggled and did not even like school. I could not believe what I was hearing, because the Belund I know is a completely different person. In my class, he is a respectful leader, and it's like having another teacher in the room. He takes it upon himself to make sure day-to-day classroom needs are completed by every student. During work time, he will check in with every single student to make sure that everyone understands what they need to do and helps them if they are unsure. Belund is not only a leader, but he is also very humble. He wanted me to share that he is thankful for his cousin, his father, and his sister Helene. They have helped him with his English, and I believe they have helped him to become the thoughtful, responsible, kind, helpful, and intelligent young man who he is today. I'm so proud of you today and every day, Belund.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Wilson Foundation Academy is Monique Carleton.
Hi, my name is Alicia Odo, and I've had the privilege of working with Monique since last year. She could not be here this evening, and I really wish that she could, because her response to winning the award was, "Me? Really?" So I think she's exactly the kind of person that needs to be shown this evening. She was identified by her teachers as being caring, thoughtful, patient, and principled. She shows the same commitment to the educational process that Dr. King demonstrated in all that he did. Monique continues to do better each day, and in doing so, she makes her peers better for that. She also pushes her teachers to be better. Monique's humility and passion for education truly make her stand out. We need more Moniques in the world.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from School Number 58 Secondary is Louis Clausel. Will Louis's family please stand?
Lewis, or Eddie, as we all call him at school, and I started our World of Inquiry school careers together in 2006. I was fresh out of graduate school, and he was fresh into kindergarten. Over the years, Eddie has been described as a model student at 58 on more occasions than I can count. As a person who stutters, it may be unexpected to find that one of his greatest qualities is his ability to communicate. He is known for smiling, being kind, giving advice, helping peers make better choices, and keeping heated moments from escalating further. He is honest, candid, respectful, and genuine. He is a peacekeeper, a peacemaker, and a peace advocate. Eddie is most content when those around him feel safe and secure, and he isn't afraid to do something if they are not. His methods are never forceful, and his approach is always thoughtful. I feel very fortunate to be his speech-language pathologist and have worked with him for so many years. If my own son turns out to have even a fraction of the qualities that he possesses as a young man, I will consider myself even luckier.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from East Upper School is Joel Alicea. For Joel's family, please stand and be recognized.
At East, our mission statement identifies being tenacious, thinking purposefully, and advocating for yourself and others as the key attributes of an East graduate. And although Dr. King embodies all of these traits, It is the notion of being an advocate for yourself and others that I would like to focus on tonight, and why Joel was recommended for this honor. Joel is a kind, caring, and compassionate young man who treats all of his peers and teachers with respect. One of the things that has truly impressed me about Joel is how he seeks to make sure all of his classmates' voices are heard and respected. Joel is also unafraid to express his own thoughts and ideas, even if they are contrary to someone else's, and does so demonstrating composure and tact, not often shown by someone who is only 17 years old. He's been a joy to teach, and I would like to congratulate him on this wonderful accomplishment.
Our next school had such a tough time choosing a nominee that they asked if they could choose two, and we obliged. So, the recipients of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Edison Career and Technical High School are Layla Negron and Takia Porter. Will Layla and Takia's family please stand and be recognized?
Ceremonies like tonight are truly special. We are honored to present this award to a truly special student. Unfortunately, Takia is not here to hear this as well. Layla Negron's compassion, perseverance, integrity, and grace not only embody the values of Dr. King, they are an inspiration to us as her teachers and to everyone around her. We are very lucky to have had the opportunity to know and teach Layla. And as one of the graduating seniors of Edison Tech, we are very excited to see what her future holds. Congratulations.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Integrated Arts and Technology High School is Abner Lopez. For Abner's family.
So first of all, Abner should be very used to that reaction because he gets that reaction from many of the ladies at school now, which came as a surprise to him when I pointed that out to him, that he became the most popular boy in school. He is incredibly humble. I wanted to also, I don't know that Abner saw that Mr. Klein, our principal, is here, so wave. He's videotaping us, so I'll be able to see this tomorrow. I've been to dozens and presented dozens of students for this award, and I've never had anybody as deserving as Abner. As a matter of fact, I told him I was going to get incredibly emotional, which I never do, but I'm holding it together. He was actually nominated last year. He didn't know that, but his name came up last year, and since our policy at our school is we choose a senior, he had to wait till this year. But he was the only name that came up this year, and I actually went around, because I felt like we should, talk to people and get, a good group to discuss, and everybody said, no, it's Abner. We all knew it was Abner. I actually knew it was Abner. He is truly just a product of a fabulous family. We are privileged to have him. He has the absolute kindest soul. And it oozes to everybody, to staff and students. And actually, when you're kind of having a bad day, you look for Abner, because he just lifts you up. He excels academically, as I'm sure most of our recipients do. He's the founder of our dance club, which has just kind of taken a group of students and transformed them into really confident young men and women. He does our morning announcements, and I don't know, I'm sure a lot of the teachers will understand, people actually listen to Abner in our morning announcements. Like, everybody knows what's going on because Abner is speaking, which is fabulous because everybody now knows what's going on. He absolutely stopped our school in their tracks with a rap he did at an assembly. They're still talking about it. And everybody knows and loves Abner. And I can, as his art teacher, his voice that comes through his art, you will see. There is just no way that that cannot be shown to the world. I promise you, Abner will change the world.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Leadership Academy for Young Men is Tykem Wilson.
Tykem is a pretty amazing young man. I'm one of several teachers at Leadership Academy who could be up here giving this introduction to him, because when the word went out of who are we going to nominate, Tykem's name just kept coming up and coming up. He is a natural charismatic leader in the building. He is a natural peacemaker, problem solver, bringer of light and levity to any situation, and if you don't feel that the situation needs light and levity, you're wrong, and he's going to show you. Especially certain librarians around third period. In particular, though, one thing that has really stood out for this year, we got two sixth grade classes this year growing out. And it has been a bit of a challenge with the integration of younger students. We had some personnel changes very early in the year. Tykem really stood up, jumped in to be a mentor to the sixth graders, to accompany them on field trips, working with them individually, and really being able to show them and demonstrate to them what it meant to be a student at Leadership Academy. And I just can't imagine anyone more deserving of this award. And I look forward to what he's going to do for the rest of his time with Leadership Academy and what he's going to do with the rest of his life beyond. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Monroe High School is Shayla Harper. Will Shayla's family please stand and be recognized?
Shayla is one of James Monroe High School stars. I've known Shayla since she was in 8th grade, and I've watched her blossom into a wonderful young woman. She's the embodiment of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. believed in. She is a National Honor Society, an Honor Roll student, a member of the Black Leadership, class of 2018 president. She's been on our swim team since 7th grade. Outside of school, she works at Wegmans, volunteers at the Rochester Presbyterian Home, and after she leaves us at Monroe, she's going to go on to college and major in computer science. Shayla is loved and respected by both her peers and the staff at Monroe. It is my utmost honor to present her with this Martin Luther King Jr. Award.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Northeast High School is Yelmita Hernandez. Will the Yelmita family please stand and be welcome?
Hello, my name is Jessica Schofield, and it is my honor to introduce Yomira to you. Yami to all of us. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word." If there is a student that embodies those words more, it's Yami. Yami's new to our building, but has already made a lasting impression on all who know her. She has an infectious smile and tries to bring a little of her light into everyone's day. Yami is also the first student to speak up in the face of injustice. Her fearlessness and fierceness inspire her classmates. Yami is the first to speak up in discussions, but also encourages those around her to find their voice as well. It has been my privilege to teach this young woman. Congratulations, Yami.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Rochester International Academy Secondary is Dafir Muthana. The Dafir family, please stand and be recognized.
Everyone. It has been an honor and a privilege to teach and to learn from Dafir. The best way I can think of to describe Dafir's character is that he has a strong moral compass. Dafir is a person with integrity. He has strong values and good judgment, and he always strives to do what is right for himself, for his family, and for others. He treats everyone with respect, and he goes out of his way to help others. He's hardworking, intelligent, and thoughtful, and wants to know, to understand, and to do things right. And if he doesn't understand, he persists, because it matters to him. Dafir is a student who asks questions. In my class, he asks good questions, thoughtful questions, sometimes hard questions. The kind of questions that the best response I could give was, "That's a great question, Dafir. I'm going to learn more about that so I can give you a good answer." These questions, though, they weren't meant as a challenge or to uncover first-year teacher's weakness. They were sincere questions from a young person who truly wanted to understand and who was thinking deeply about a subject. Learning matters to Dafir. Faith and family and right and wrong and justice matter to Dafir. Life matters to Dafir. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter." Dafir is someone who speaks up for what is right and for what matters. It is with pride that Rhea nominates this very deserving young man for this award. Congratulations.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from School of the Arts is Keisha Thompson.
Hi, my name is Lisa Kasdan, and I've had the privilege of working with Kiaja as her school counselor for the last several years. I am so proud to be introducing Kiaja Thompson for this year's Martin Luther King Jr. Award. Kiaja is an exceptional young woman who has been successful in every aspect of our School of the Arts mission: academic achievement, humanistic values, and artistic success. Academically, Kiaja is one of the most hardworking, determined individuals with whom I have worked. She has consistently demonstrated an incredible work ethic that is beyond compare. She has been listed on our honor and high honor roll several times as a member of our chapter of the National Honor Society and has been named a Black Scholar by the Urban League of Rochester. Kiaja is a visual arts major at School of the Arts. In addition to art, Kiaja is an athlete. She is currently serving as president of our basketball team, captain of our volleyball team, and a member of our varsity softball team. Additionally, Kiaja is an active volunteer. Her community service activities include helping with our School of the Arts auditions, participating in our community's breast cancer walk, sorting food at a local food cupboard, and coaching a children's sports team. Presently, Kiaja is working as a cashier at a local Goodwill agency. I can't commend Kiaja enough for all she has accomplished and for the wonderful young woman she has become. She is kind-hearted, respectful, caring, thoughtful, and friendly, among other assets. She demonstrates a can-do attitude in school, in sports, and in life. She is a born leader who is admired and respected by our entire school community. I can think of no one more deserving of the Martin Luther King Jr. Award, as Kiaja embodies all the character traits and values that Martin Luther King Jr. preached for such a long time.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from School Without Walls is Samaya Seymour. Please stand.
That's all I get? I write pages about this young lady. Good evening, my name is Windsor Samoa Wade, and I am so delighted to be here to speak about our recipient, Samila Seymour. First of all, Samila is no stranger for being recognized for qualities that qualify her for this most prestigious award. Samila won the same award in the 6th grade when she attended Roberta Clementi School number 8. Samila is now a senior at the School Without Walls Commencement Academy, and when she graduates this June, she plans to attend college. She hasn't decided which one, but that will be a very fortunate school. With her history of having received the MLK Award in the 6th grade, she's been a person with admirable qualities of leadership and courage most of her life. I did not know her in the 6th grade, but as her teacher and advisor at School Without Walls, I've been witness to her daily interactions with her peers and staff members that make her extremely qualified to receive this award. Samila is kind, gentle, respectful. Her smile lights up her room. I lost my place. Thank you. She's always concerned about the well-being of her peers and committed to addressing issues of social justice. Dr. King's foundation was faith-based. And like Dr. King, Samila's foundation is also faith-based. Her lifelong membership with the True Gospel Worldwide Ministries is the source of that faith. Dr. King put God first, and Samila has put God first in her life too. She readily gives testament to the blessing this has brought to her and her family. Needless to say, she is a role model for all of her peers and is an ambassador for finding a peaceful resolution to every situation in life. I've been a teacher for 34 years in this district, and I can think of no other student I have known that is more deserving of this award.
The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from the Home Hospital Program is Jaylene Kitindango Barnes. The Jaylene family, please stand.
Like Dr. King, Jaylene has big dreams, and she'll let nothing get in her way. When she first arrived in Rochester, from Puerto Rico, she spoke very little English, but undeterred, she's now fully fluent. No impediment for her. She's fluent in Spanish and English. She's an excellent student, curious, never missing an assignment, always looking for more work, and as if that's not enough, she's hoping to find an outside job and to help her family survive in a better way. She aspires to become an SL teacher, so I'm hoping that in 7 or 8 years she'll be up here nominating one of her students for the Martin Luther King Award. Congratulations.
We have one final recipient that is not in our program. The recipient of the 2018 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award from Rochester Early College High School is Kenneth Greene. So Kenneth's family,
I'm Kathy Diener, and I've been with Rochester Early College for about 7 years, and I am not Kenny's teacher this year because Kenny is now taking all college courses. He's a senior. He's done very well, and he hopes to go into education, which I'm very proud of. And he's always been a peacemaker in our school. He has his little clique, and when they get out of control, he knows how to bring them right back. And I really appreciate his support and respect, and he's done very well with our program, and I hope that he'll inspire several more.
I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Let's have one more round of applause for our winners. From the Human Relations Committee of Rochester Teachers Association, Yolanda Mondello is our chair. In the hall, we have other members of the committee, Lita Williams and Melissa Ketchum. This is one of the great nights in the school year. One of the things that I love about this is it's really a cooperation between parents and family and their teachers, because neither one of us can produce such wonderful children by ourselves. We need to work together to hone their skills and make them understand their place in the school and in our country so that they can make this country better. I want to thank you again for being here tonight. The Rochester Teachers Association is proud to do this every year. Thank you very much. Please join the City Hall for some refreshments.